All right, I'm going to solve 23-26, Executive Compensation Balance Scorecard. So we've got a bank that recently introduced a new bonus plan to its business unit executives. The company believes that current profitability and customer satisfaction levels are equally important to the bank's long-term success. As a result, the new plan awards a bonus equal to 1% of salary for each 1% increase in business unit net income, or 1% increase in the business unit's customer satisfaction index. So it's an or. So what we want to see is an increase in the business unit net income, or we want an increase of 1% in customer satisfaction index. For example, increasing net income from 3 million to 3.3 million, or 10% from its initial value, leads to a bonus of 10% of salary, while increasing the business unit's customer satisfaction index from 70 to 73.5, or 5% from the initial value, 1%, leads to a bonus of 5% of salary. There is no bonus penalty when net income or customer satisfaction declines. Well, that's stupid. There should definitely be some kind of penalty. But anyway, in 2022 and 2023, the bank's 3 business units reported the following performance results. So we've got all their performance results right here over the years, right? Compute the bonus as a percentage of salary earned by each business unit executive in 2023. So the first thing we have to do is we have to look. So I'm going to do number 1. So we have to look at the percentage change. So let's look at the percentage change in net income. So we'll do that first. Okay. Now, if we look here, we can see that I'm going to take the change in the net income for the retail banking, and I'm going to divide it. So it's new minus old divided by old, right? It's no, N-O-O, right? So that is new minus old, and then all divided by old, if we want to do a calculation of the percentage change. Okay, so now if I look over here at the retail, and I'm also going to do the business banking, and then I'm going to do credit cards, equals 3912, and I'm going to subtract the 3600, and I'm going to divide it by the 360. This should tell me the percentage change. And we see this percentage change, if I change it to a percentage, there is this. Okay. If I'm doing the same over here, I'm going to do the 3940123 minus the 3800123. And then I'm going to divide by 3800123. Oops. There we go. So again, percentage. And then we're going to do, and again, I'm taking the numbers from over here, right? Equals 3499 minus the 3550. And then all divided by 3550. And this is going to be negative. And they're not penalized for that. So we can see the percentage change in net income, but we also want to note the percentage change in customer satisfaction. I'm going to use CS for customer satisfaction, right? So looking at this, we're going to do the same kind of calculation. I'm going to take the 75.48 and I'm going to subtract the 73. Oops, yeah, 73. And then I'm going to divide it by the 73. Okay. In this case, I'm going to take the 75.9, subtract the 68 and divide it by the 68. And then over here, I'm going to do the 78.88 minus the 67 divided by the 67. Okay, and there we see. If I change it to percentage and I move it over. Okay, so compute the bonuses as a percentage salary earned by each business unit executive in 2023, well, we have the base information. So just to double check, the new plan awards a bonus equal to 1% of salary for each 1% increase in their net income, or 1%. So now I'm saying, is it or? Probably it's the two added together. They get a 1% increase if the business unit net income increases by 1%, but they also get a 1% increase if the customer satisfaction index increases. So we calculated our base information. We can go down here now and say that the retail division, if they've ended up with this, you got to think they're going to take these two, they're going to add them together. And they're going to receive 12.6% of their salary, right? If we're looking at the business, they're going to receive 15.3% of their salary. And credit, they're not penalized for anything that's negative. So they're just going to receive this. This is going to be 0%. Right? So they're going to receive 17% of salary. Don't ask me why it did this. We're just going to make it 2 decimal places. There we go. Okay. What factors might explain the differences between improvement rates for net income and those for customer satisfaction in the 3 units? Are increases in customer satisfaction likely to result in increased net income right away? So notice this, as customer satisfaction goes up, like there's been a significant increase in the customer satisfaction for the business, but their actual percentage change in net income is actually small. They have a big increase in customer satisfaction. They ended up with negative, right? They ended up with a decrease in the net income. And then here we have the percentage of change in the customer satisfaction is actually small, and we see the retail had a higher. So we're showing actually an inverse relationship between what's happening to net income and what's happening for customer satisfaction. It's possible that there's a lag, right? So it's possible that a change in customer satisfaction in this current year, right, between 2000, so we're looking at business right here. So we saw it go from 68 to 75.9, right? So there was a smaller increase in the net income. It may be that there's a lag. And what's going to happen is if we looked at the net income increase in 2024, we would see a significant increase in the net income. So it does appear that there might be a lag between when customer satisfaction increases and when we're going to see the outcome of that increase in customer satisfaction through a change in the net income. So that's one possibility, that there is a lag between investing in customer satisfaction and increasing the net income, the financial performance of the company. Okay, they would have to do trend analysis to determine if this was true. So we would have to do this same calculation in 2024 to say, yes, that's what's happening. All right, let's look at 3. So the bank's board of directors is concerned that the 2023 bonus awards may not actually reflect the executives' overall performance. In particular, the bank is concerned that executives can earn large bonuses by doing well on one performance dimension, but underperforming on the other. What changes can be made to the bonus plan to prevent this from happening in the future? Explain briefly. So one of the changes that can be made, so I'm doing number 3. So one suggested change is to set targets for both the percentage change in net income and the percentage change in customer satisfaction. So if the board of directors sets targets that you have to meet these specific targets in order to receive a bonus, that's going to incentivize all 3 of these divisions to invest in both areas, right? Because that investment in both areas is going to get them the biggest reward. In addition, they can set targets that are different for different divisions. And really, this is reflecting the fact that the customer base is different for each of these divisions. Right? So it's going to allow them to reward managers of these individual divisions for doing what is best in that division. And keep in mind, long term. So what else can they do? They can change the weighting for different percentage changes. So just to give you an example, maybe improving customer satisfaction is more important than improving net income, the change in net income, right? Because they know that potentially the long-term benefit of improving customer satisfaction is that the net income is going to change. You know, again, we said that it might lag, but we're treating a 1% increase in net income the exact same as we're treating a 1% increase in customer satisfaction. So we're not paying attention to the fact that one of these metrics could be more important than another metric. In addition, we might want to look at what's happening when it's negative. So the fact is, we have to consider that declines in either measure may have a long-term impact, right? And because it has a long-term impact, we might want to revamp the formula to take into account any negative measures. Right? We might want to put a different weight on each of these factors, and then we might want to recognize that when there's been a decline, there should be a penalty. All right, that's it for question number 26. Hope this was helpful. See you at the final exam.